YouTube, what's going on? Got some more Outriders Worldslayer here for you, running a solo Apocalypse tier 24 Boomtown. This is it. This is my God tier Technomancer Blightstorm build. I go over it in detail for you guys. It's so fun to use. It is God tier. Just absolutely decimate this Boomtown. There'll be a few more maps that that I post up with this Techno build. So enjoy it. You know, give the video a thumbs up, turn on those notifications, sub to the channel. Don't forget to check me on Twitch. Do live streaming there as well. Enjoy.
Outrider, I got something I need a hand with. Some inbred bandits have taken the road between Trench and Dead Rock. At first, they were just robbing and killing folks, but now their crazy leader, some Dr. Detonator, he's taking them hostage. I can't have that shit on my doorstep. It's real bad for business.
I'm gonna wreck this one here. Go over the build. Armor, Pierce, Status, Power, Skill, Life Leech is the God roll attributes for your weapon rolls. I'm running the Final Penance. It doesn't have the God roll, but it's got a great set of mods. So Mage's Raid is absolutely mandatory for your weapon. Critical shots grant a 10% anomaly power bonus for 15 seconds, stacks up to 4 times. That's a 10%. And we're landing critical shots like crazy. Plus it works well as a synergy within the Pax node tree as well, which is great. I have a tier 3 fire, and I have a mod that increases my damage against burn, so that's a synergy there. And then we also have the bone shrapnel critical shots. We're landing crits with the Mage's Rage, so we get a little bit of AoE there. And it inflicts bleed on enemies as well. And hopefully we can get another mod in there to take advantage of the bleed and get some damage against that. But again, not necessarily, necessarily needed. The most important one is your tier 3 Mage's Rage. Any other tier 3 will do. If you can get a status on there, great. Firestorm seems to be pretty crazy, but the crux of our build is ice and toxic, so noxious spores, I think, or something like that might be good. I don't know if I have one that has that on there. Either way, but yeah, that's what we need for the weapons. And Mage's Rage is mandatory. Armor, Pierce, Status, Power, and Skill, Life Leech are the God rolls. God roll for the armor sets is Anomaly Power, Skill, Life Leech, and Status Power. Again, Anomaly Power, we're stacking it. Skill, Life Leech helps us get our skills back every time we're laying down damage, and the Status Power increases the status of every status that we apply on the field. And we're just getting the bonuses to stack into that. That's the God roll. We are running the 3-piece Flame Leaper set. Again, it doesn't have the God roll attributes, but we'll work that in. That's kind of what we're looking at, trying to improve on. The 3-piece, set bonus is inflict toxic on an enemy 3 times, transform the status into Blight Fire, which deals more damage over time. That in itself doesn't sound crazy. It's the fact that we're, applying toxic and then applying Blight Fire. We're changing the status, which counts as a new status effect that ties into our pack tree node, which allows us to again spam our cooldowns over and over and over again, like non-stop, which makes us pretty much untouchable. God tier stuff. So that's what you want there. The Flame Leaper, again, I believe we want the vest, pants, and the gloves are the best rolls for it. It might even be helmets, pants, vest, but we have a really sick helmet here, and we're going to go over it all right now. So again, cooldown reduction is a good substitute for Skill Life Leech, but Skill Life Leech ties into, a Pax tree node that allows us to deal more anomaly damage. So again, it's a good substitute, but Skill Life Leech is definitely where it's at. Arms and Anomaly, great mod. Icicle Storm, again, that's anomaly powered damage that increases every 6 or gives us that every 6 seconds on critical shots. It ties in nicely to the critical shots on the that we had here on the Ultimate Bone Shrapnel and the Mage's Rage all the time. So we're just netting that. Icicle Storm, absolutely 100% mandatory. This allows killing enemies frozen by the skill, makes them explode, and that's what you hear, just people popping in the background. That's the Icicle Storm doing its work right there. Anomaly Echo, great mod. Grants us some anomaly for every, for skill active. That's why we're spamming skills. We get this bonus popped up all the time. Does have a firepower in there. It's not that bad. Definitely would run all three. All three of those are all viable. And the again, Icicle Storm mandatory. Ice S Baby mandatory. Long Winter. I wish I had that on here. That's kind of what we're looking to put back on there. Also mandatory. Just for full area of effect, but we're still putting in work without it. Ice Baby, mandatory. Damage Disorder not needed. Again, we have Long Winter, No resistance against the fortified euthanizer. We have the bleed mod. We can put a bleed mod on it depending on our status effects. No, I said no resistance. You know, to think power simulation, unstoppable force, radical therapy. We already have toxic piercer on there, but any one of those would help. We're gonna put a painful chill on there as well if we really needed it. Virulent compound is a great mod, 10% more damage against elites inflicted by toxic or blight fire. We got that. And then in the explode, dealing an AoE damage, it spreads the toxic effect over into other enemies. Fantastic, keeps our skill cooldown nice and low. To the bone, 100% mandatory, 50% extra anomaly damage just by popping blighted rounds, and that's up all the time, so extra 15%, easy. License to heal, don't really need that on there. Again, we can replace that with no resistance against the fortified, radical therapy, power simulation, dum bullets, euthanizer. List, you can just list those ones there. That's more than enough that we need to fill any of the empty slots that we're dealing with right now. Again, it's not great, but at least it gives us a 10% weapon damage and 4 seconds of infinite ammo when we pop that skill. Shatter, mandatory, 16% more damage against freezing targets. Enough said about that. Bullet kindling, 12% more damage against enemies affected by burn. Ties in nicely again with the weapon. Just always trying to look for synergies within the weapons and the mods. Got that, and then we've got Quartermaster, 100% mandatory. That's how we keep our blighted rounds up. That's how we keep our magazine filled. And any other mod that we'd have with that fixing wave is going to be applied. So it's honestly awesome. Toxic Piercer, again, we're taking advantage of a resistance piercing and it just increases the effects of our toxic. So not too shabby. Again, we'd like to see no resistance against the fortified, radical therapy, something else that would do that euthanizer. Might be a little bit better than the toxic piercer. Sharp eye, don't really need it as a firepower bonus. We could swap that out for any of the mods that I just said. Would be more viable there. But all in all, not too bad. It is putting in work. It is god tier, and it feels. I feel pretty good with this, and you guys will see the work when it gets put in. Again, cold snap, blighted rounds, fixing wave. Those are the skills that we're running with our Blightstorm Techno build. Flash tree, running the middle. Again, this is all freezing, gadget cooldowns, vulnerability, a little bit of anomaly power, and I think some of this armor piercer, resistance piercing down here, which is perfect because it ties into the nose that we're trying to go for. But this is not built for firepower or anything. It's built for skill cooldown, which is in turn netting me what I need for that. So skill leech is on there naturally, which is fantastic, and we just keep our health up, gadget cooldowns, max health. And yeah, just gadget cooldowns, anomaly power nodes on the bottom. Patch tree, running the bottom patch tree on the overseer. Again, we've got 5% of missing health and with most using skills, so it's a good survivability mod. Overdrive, again, this is why skill life leech is better than cooldown reduction. We're running at a 30% straight anomaly power damage buff just because of that, and that can be better. We've got a apothecary, just some survivability. This node right here is the one. Hastened influence reduces remaining cooldown of your skills by 1 second for every status removed or applied by you, and that's happening non-stop. That's how you see me spamming my skills like crazy. And burrowing charges is putting in some work too. Critical shots, which ties in nicely again with the Mage's Rage and the bone shrapnel that we have in there. Injected enemies will explode. Injected enemies with an explosive charge for 5 seconds, dealing 250% of anomaly power as damage upon the next critical shot, and we're just trying to land them. So the more crits, better off we are. Our ascension, we're running anomaly. I started with anomaly damage, anomaly power, skill leech, status power, and then we'll go into the resistance pierce, then we'll go into prowess. Again, probably looking to do the damage against elites, cooldown reduction. I'll probably do mag size, and then go into the criticals, then brutality after that, and then endurance. Alright, let's put this bad boy to work. It's gonna be the quickest run you guys ever seen. I shouldn't say that. I know the records are probably like insane. Oh my god, it's just too good, man. I don't know how any other character can be better than this, really, honestly.
That noise.
I don't even know what to say. This is the most satisfying build that I've put together at the end game. Like, there's no way the trickster, there's just no way I'm gonna hop onto my trickster and be like, this is more overpowered than this one. Oh, this is so cool. Oh my god, man. And that's the build right there. As you can see, I'm nitpicking over a certain amount of things, but this build
the bandit leader's
there.
taken care of. Your pass is clear. Where'd these bandits come from anyway?
They were insurgents. Defected to our side months ago. Thought they'd get an easier time, but Corrigan just posted them right back to the front. Instead, they took off and settled down in my territory. Why I gotta suffer for Corrigan being a goddamn idiot?
Alright, we're on a 2.5 hour stream there. That's good enough for me.